listening to episode 2 of the Couples Cast here on the Couple Split channel on YouTube, and not on iTunes as of yet. I actually looked into how to get it on iTunes, and it's a long and painful process of doing a lot of stuff, and I'll get to that later. For now, we'll have to settle with listening to it on the channel, and I am in the process of uploading the MP3s to the Fandemic server. Once we officially launch the website, I'm still in talks with the web designer about when we're going to get all that done. We've been kind of busy since the holidays, but holidays are over with, time to get back on track. So, Welcome to episode 2. I'm Johnny.
I'm Melanie.
And we're here to talk about the stuff that's coming up on the channel, and also, various other topics and geeky stuff. Well, first, let's get a couple of updates. Now, this was actually chosen the day of posting the podcast, what the theme songs were going to be, the intro and outro. You're listening to melodies, video game melodies done by a musician on YouTube by the name of Family Jewels 7X. He's a fantastic musician, fantastic composer, plays all of his own instruments. He plays, acoustic, classic guitar, electric, bass, keyboard, synthesis,
He's extremely talented.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the opening track is his version of Storm Eagle stage from Mega Man X, and the outro is his version of the beginning of Super Metroid, which are freaking awesome. I provided a link down below to his channel if everyone go give him a follow and a subscription. It's youtube.com/FamilyJules7X. That's Jules.
Not as in Gene Simmons' show.
Actually, when I tried to look up Family Jewels, I typed it in the Jules way, Jewels, and I was getting Gene Simmons stuff. I was like, oh, that's not right. So I backtracked a little bit, put the J in front of it, and I actually found it. So it's all good. Also, not a whole lot of new content on the channel. I've been slowly uploading all the old Let's Plays, so they're still slowly filtering out. I've got TMNT, the NES version that you and I did, TMNT Arcade with Gabe and Sylvie and yourself and I. Simpsons is going up. Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blow has got to go up soon.
Simpsons. Where are the Simpsons?
You're singing the Flintstone style.
I know.
Which happened?
Was happened on The Simpsons, remember?
Yeah. From the dead of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree.
Simpsons. I had to put that in.
We're gonna have random Simpsons quotes for the sense of being random. I'll just have like, Homer, what's the matter? Ain't you seen a naked chick wearing a clam before?
Well, you follow the Simpsons quotes on posted on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Simpsons QTOD. I think I mentioned it last week.
Yeah,
but if I didn't, I'll mention it this week. Go follow them if you want a good laugh.
Or if you need a laugh, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually this week, the week that this is going up, we're probably going to be trudging along trying to finish Justice League Heroes and then move on to Lego Lord of the Rings, because I just saw two best friends play Lego Marvel Heroes, and we gotta play that.
We gotta play it too, but I don't want to watch anyone else's playthrough, because I want this to be a first-time experience.
Yeah, and I will say that it will actually help me with my conversations with my buddy at work, because he can't stop talking about it, because he has it on his PS4, and he plays with his girlfriend and her little one. Because he actually gets her the Skylanders. She loves Skylanders.
Okay, that sounds kind of cute.
But he did mention one thing, and it is just a little bit of a play on the character that's in it. Obviously, they're using Sam Jackson's Nick Fury template for this universe. So what happens is there's actually a little point. Sam Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Okay.
Oh, sorry, it must be proper. Say the whole name. There's a scene in the game where you can go out to the helicarrier and speak to one of the SHIELD agents, and this guy says, I'm doing a job for Nick Fury. He wants me to get these gosh darn snakes out of this gosh darn helicopter. I had to paraphrase it a little bit, but you understand. Oh yeah, a lot of self-referential humor.
That is just such a almost a fourth wall joke.
And, oh, you want to know fourth wall jokes? Here's a kicker. It's actually for an achievement. I don't know the exact name. I think it's like It's called You Look Familiar. Have a team of Captain America and Human Torch. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Do you get the reference?
Yes, because he was both. Because the guy who played Captain America and Flash was the same fella.
Human Torch.
Human Torch.
Where you get Flash from?
Okay, sorry. I'm
Chris Evans confirmed for Flash.
Oh no! Hell no! He doesn't have the sense of humor.
Chris Evans has a sense of humor.
Yeah, he seems a little too. Okay, fine. Fine.
You know, Fantastic
Four. I get my DC and my Marvel movies mixed up, and there's not even a Flash movie out yet.
Oh, I'm sure they'll shoehorn him in Man of Steel 2. Superman and Batman. Yeah, Superman and Batman would be beating the shit out of each other, and all of a sudden be like, "Hey, I'm Flash. Okay, bye." And they'll like zoom away.
Yeah, Flash was always the voice of reason of the whole team. Sometimes
I say it in one of the parts. I don't know if it's out yet for Justice League Heroes. Flash is the voice of reason because in parallel universes, who's the moral compass? The Flash. He dies, the whole world goes to fucking shit. Yeah. Tries to go back in time to save his own mama from dying, creates an alternate universe where Bruce Wayne gets shot instead of Thomas and Martha Wayne.
That in turn, he screwed it over for himself.
And that in turn turns Thomas Wayne into Batman and Martha Wayne into Joker. Best alternate universe ever. I've always imagined what a final battle between those two would be. They like punch the shit out of each other, then all of a sudden she like breaks out of her Joker face. It's like, "You killed our son!" You're like, "You killed our son!" I just imagine how that would go.
That sounds a little awkward to me.
Well, you saw Flash Paradox.
I saw it.
Flashpoint
I'm like,
Paradox.
Holy shit, that's brilliant and fucked up.
Well, it's Flashpoint Paradox movie, DC animated. Go watch it if you haven't.
Please watch it. It's awesome how everything works out.
All right, so yeah, I guess we're kind of deviated after what's coming up next for us. Like I said, we're gonna finish Justice League Heroes. Those parts should be on the main channels here soon. If not, if you want to go back and watch them on my Achievement Horror video, go ahead. I know you shouldn't have ginger ale. Melanie's going to be belching quite a bit. She's having some ginger ale homemade in the province of Prince Edward Island that she imported.
PEI made.
Or exported over, whatever.
Imported.
He's an importer-exporter. He's been dealing a lot with the importing and wants to go to the exporting. His name's Art Vandelay.
I bought it on PEI. I just happened to tag along with my parents, going to PEI for Boxing Day. It's a little bit of a tradition, anyway. But let's get back to topic.
Well, yeah, for new stuff coming up, there's a couple of Steam games that I purchased that we'll be doing couples play on. Won't mention them either yet, but I think one of them is going to be really, really hilarious. I know for a fact you haven't seen any footage of this game. I bought it on a Steam sale.
Should I be worried?
Well, worried at the fact that you're going to get your ass kicked, but as far as like humor, I think you're going to really, really enjoy it.
Like the time I was literally rolling on the floor laughing, or the fact that I'm going to be laughing so hard nothing's going to come out?
Well, we'll wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, you might have to have a camera on me for when I'm laughing just to prove it.
All right. Well, moving on. Actually, speaking of going back to our Lego discussion with Marvel and Lord of the Rings, which is going to be our next potential Let's Play, they are stepping up, and they've actually acquired a new license. The toys, I should say, Lego Toys have acquired a new license. They own The Simpsons now, and they have just released a photo of their first playset, which is going to be the Simpson house with 6 figurines. So it's going to be Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, and Flanders.
Flanders?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have the next door neighbor, so you gotta have like little Lego Ned coming up and going, "Hi, dilly ho," and then have Homer going, "Get lost, Flanders, hokily dokily." It's gonna be the full-fledged house, garage, their piece of crap pink car, And apparently the inside is going to be, like, you're going to be able to either fold it out or you can take the roof off and you'll have Lego versions of everyone's room. So you'll have Lisa's room.
Will be after this.
Yeah. Oh, my buddy Dave has already, like, posted on Facebook, like, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wife, and tagged his wife in it, and he's just like, get this for me.
Legos.
Yeah, this will
so
be...
many good memories. I remember we had the space shuttle when we were kids.
Yeah, that was back in the day, like, back in the 80s and early 90s, like, the sets for Lego were very, very, very scarce. Like, they didn't have licenses. They just had, like, okay, here's the castle play set.
They had to make a knockoff.
Well, not really a knockoff. They had their own original IP stuff, so that they had, like, a castle. They had then they came up with the pirate ship. I remember that. The castle came with the dragon. And then you could get, like, I don't know, island sets that would have crocodiles and...
Yeah. I think we've had the pirate ship once time.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think their first major licensed set was Star Wars. And
yes,
Star Wars
I remember that.
Star Wars Legos are, like, the most highly sought after, highly collectible Legos in existence because of the figurines. I've seen some guy's video where he has 10,000 Clone Trooper minifigures. And he's got, like...
Holy shit!
He's got those thin Lego sheets that he puts the little guys on, and it's just spectacular. Like, he just zooms all around. He, like, pans the camera around. It's just like, okay, here's from this set, and here's from that set.
Hearing the Darth Vader music.
I mean, it's gotten to a point now where, like, minifigures, they've actually released books, like, collection books. It's like, here's the early set, and we only had, like, a Luke Skywalker and a Han Solo and a Chewbacca. Here's how many are in existence, and here's how many of these, like, reprints. You can tell about the little bitty... I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass. I have no idea. I just see the books at, like, toy stores, and I'm, like, astounded as, like, how big Lego's gotten.
You always got your nose in that book, which is awesome.
Oh, and well, it comes with a mini figurine, too. I think you can get, like, a Darth Vader figurine with that.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and just, like, the properties that they've come up with is just astounding. Like, the properties that they've gotten are astounding. Like, Star Wars, they have the Lord of the Rings, they have the Hobbit, they have DC and Marvel. You can believe that.
Yeah.
They also... I'm trying to remember the other ones. I think they just required Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. The new Nickelodeon CG series.
Video of stuff of their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And, of course, there's going to be a stop-motion movie coming out. Kind of like in the same vein of...
The Lego movie, right.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
And all of that, they're making a game about the movie. And it's going to play exactly like all the other Lego games. It's crazy. Well, with one exception of Lego City Undercover on the Wii U. That's kind of like a GTA clone, but with Legos.
Kid-friendly version.
Now, when you think about, like, and also, Harry Potter, they've also got that license.
I want to play those Harry Potter ones myself.
The Lego ones?
Well, here's the thing. You're not into Harry Potter, but I was. It was something I grew up with. All my friends loved it.
Well, I suppose
I always thought of my high school like Hogwarts. Whatever it's pronounced.
Hogwarts.
Whatever.
Hogwarts. He's talking to Roka.
I can never pronounce it right.
You're going to the Hogwarts?
Oh, no. I jumped into that one.
No, it's coming up to I was telling people about this at work, and they're just like, the first thing they want, they're like, I want a Lego Simpsons game. Like, that would be awesome.
Damn right.
Now, like, the thing is like, what would you make it about? When you've got licensed franchises like Star Wars, the obvious thing to do is to mimic the movies.
Well, they better do the same thing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not that hard. I mean, every good TMNT game is a beat-em-up, so that's what a Lego game is a beat-em-up and a construction game. You know, it's pretty easy to emulate that.
Construction/puzzle.
Yeah. So, it's not that hard for... but I'm like, how would you do Simpsons? Like, would you do something completely original? Or would you go the way of Star Wars and, like, reenact episodes? Can you imagine... Can you imagine Homer, like a Lego Homer, constructing a skateboard so that he does the jump over Springfield Gorge?
Oh, dear God. That would be...
Seeing mini Lego Homer flying over, like, I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it! This is the greatest feeling of my life! I'm king of the world! Woohoo! Woohoo! Hey, and then watch him just go like, ah!
I just hope the cast actually gets involved. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Oh, I imagine. And I mean, they could do what they do with Lord of the Rings, and I think it's just Lord of the Rings started that, where they just had
Took clips from the movie.
Yeah, took the dialogue from the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think the last game to not include dialogue was Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I think everything else was just like,
one they didn't
the whole expressive. I'll show pictures and I'll go like,
it was sort of like a silent movie with little sound effects.
Yeah, and like, except for like the guy doing the Johnny Depp, it was just like his little like,
That was
it sounded a lot like
accurate.
It sounded a lot like him.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, because you thought it was actually Johnny Depp when it wasn't.
No, it could have been. I mean, there's that one scream he does in Pirates 4. It sounds an awful lot like the one in Lego.
I guess so.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, I was talking to people at work, and they're like, all right, when you do Lego TMNT and Lego Simpsons, the video game, and then the movie one coming up, what's next? And I was thinking about that. I'm like, they don't really have any other licenses. I thought of like that Chimera thing they have going on, but they already have a standalone game on the DS. Like they just made that like the same style Lego game, but in that Chimera universe, but only on the DS or 3DS, I think.
They have a series I've been watching. It's called Ninja Gato.
They made a game about that too. So. Now they're naming, like, people at work were naming off other properties, so
at least it's nice they're starting to get a little independent and making their own shows, and it's actually it's consistent with their toy product as well. So,
well, like I said, people at work were going over different franchises, and a lot of them I had to shoot down right away. It's like, well, what about Lego Halo? I'm like, Halo's owned by Mega Bloks. It's like, oh, really? It's like, yeah. Well, here's the stance on Lego and Lego games. Lego will not pick up a property that is rated R in movie sense or rated M for mature in video game sense. So that's why Mega Bloks owns Halo, and now they actually own Call of Duty. There's actually Call of Duty Mega Bloks that you can get now.
Nice.
And I think it's weird that Lego doesn't own Power Rangers. Mega Bloks does. Power Rangers isn't rated R. It's not rated M for return for video games. Well, it's a kid's product, but how does Mega Bloks own that and not Lego? It's kind of strange.
Yeah, I guess so.
I actually was thinking of getting some of this Mega Bloks Power Rangers. They actually have Mighty Morphin versions of the characters because they got the license when Power Ranger Samurai came out, and I think right now they're starting to come out with Mega Force. And then as soon as that's done, the Super Mega Force is on its way. Can you imagine, like, if they play their cards right, Bandai and Saban, they're going to make a killing on merchandise when Super Mega Force comes out. Because for the kids who don't know, they're going to see all these Power Ranger teams that, well, maybe they'll catch them on Netflix because you can get every Power Ranger series on Netflix right now. But how crazy is that they're going to show all these? And also, they're going to have teams from Super Sentai series that were never released. Like, for people who don't know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was taken from Kyoto Sentai Zuranger, which is the 16th or 17th incarnation of this team in Japan. So there is, like, tons of other teams. Not to mention the two that they kind of glanced over when they just stuck with the Mighty Morphin suits, but took the Zords and monsters from the other series, like Die Ranger. Yeah. And you know how much of a fan of Die Ranger I am. If they could incorporate Die Ranger into Super Mega Force, like, that would be awesome. And they could show these people, it's like, what's this team from? It's like, and if you get some guy who's good into tokusatsu like I am, I explain to him, it's like, this is the team that should have been after Mighty Morphin. This is the team that had the quote-unquote Thunder Zords. And you should go search out the series. Like, you can get it complete online to go watch, and it is such a good series. You even might, I love it because of that part with the third kind of like the third enemy that shows up. He's a guy who goes around killing his senseis. He's got like a metal arm, and like when Yo runs into him, it just basically it goes away from being a Sentai series into a kung fu series because he's like fighting shirtless like Bruce Lee, and he's just like
Bruce Lee style. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I started talking about Lego and immediately went into Super Sentai, but
well, you couldn't help it.
I was just thinking of like other series. Now, Connect, I think that's the name of the company, or Mechco. There's like a bunch of other like Lego knockoffs.
I know there's a girl line for Lego now. I think it was teamed up with Barbie Mattel, I believe. Because I saw it over at my cousin Jacqueline's stuff. It was for the Disney princesses. I'm not entirely sure if it was Lego related, but they are coming up with something for girls, which is kind of surprising because I thought, wouldn't they thought of it back then? I guess not.
I was just trying to think of like the other series that were trying to come off. Like, I think someone actually mentioned Team Fortress. I was like, there's no way. And then someone said Minecraft. I'm like, Lego Minecraft? Really? Like, Minecraft is Lego, basically.
Technically.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was done with the Kickstarter that Mojang and all of them got actually Minecraft Lego sets. We actually saw some of them at one of the toy stores we went to. I can't remember which. I think it might have been Target or Toys R Us. I can't remember which, but I pointed out, it's like, hey, Lego Minecraft. And, oh, Lego Creeper. It comes in and breaks your Lego shit. Yeah, well, yeah, that's Lego talk, I guess. A lot of people ask me. It's like, and they asked my buddy at work too. They're like, "Why do you play these games? Like, you can never die. They're like super easy. It's like, and Matt and Pat said, oh, this game's for babies. It's like, yeah, but it's fun. Like, it's a nice casual game. You just sit down and play. You just run through with friends.
You don't have to get your hair ripped out for it.
Yeah." I mean, and it's an easy completionist game, like going through, getting all the mini kits, the red blocks and gold blocks, and 100%ing it. It's pretty simple.
And nostalgia.
Oh yeah, and for nostalgia too. And like it's also for the comedy too. Like when you play stuff like Lego Star Wars and Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings.
You can't help it with the classic gigs.
And yeah, and you love seeing like these epic scenes played out with Legos and with like a bunch of comedy too. I mean, I still love the fact that Empire, after you beat Vader and your arm gets chopped off, since they can't talk, he pulls out a picture of himself as Anakin with Obi-Wan, and he's just like, and then Luke's like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna fall now.
Yeah, they actually did a Lego Star Wars show, and they kind of did that in the show as well, because Luke held a picture. Hey, you wanted to see what this guy used to look like? He shows up the picture of Christian whatever his name is.
Hayden Christensen.
And the girls go crazy, and they, instead of chasing Luke, they chase Darth Vader all around Naboo.
And then all the guys are just like, wow, he looks like a little punk-ass bitch. You would be right. But don't cross him. I've seen a security hologram of him.
Oh, speaking
killing
of Star
younglings.
Wars, some company in India had actually invented a hologram emitter.
Hologram emitter?
Yeah, hologram telephone.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought about it the other day on Facebook, and I'm like, really? Is this legit? And this was on the Indian newspaper website, and I'm like,
oh god!
There's no photos or anything.
I'm just imagining it now. It's like you call tech support. It's like, can you please turn on your holophone, sir? I will try to assist you. And like this holographic technician pops up, and he's like, "Have you tried turning it off and on, sir?"
The company's named after Princess Leia, apparently. Help me on, you're my only help. Oh shit, and I'm trying not to laugh when I say that.
Mrs. Leia, we are trying to help you as much as possible. Now, have you tried turning the phone on and off?
Oh, no.
I'm kidding, not everything's outsourced to India, trust me. I work for a company that's not outsourced. All right, well, let's move on to something that's actually propped up in the gaming community after New Year's. Kind of like this New Year's resolution that a lot of people are trying to adopt. It's called No New Games, where basically people are trying to play their back catalog and not purchase any of the new titles that will be coming out in 2014. And with the release schedule this month and next month, there's not a whole lot coming out. So people have at least 2 months to kind of get back into the swing of things. Especially after the Steam Black Friday sale and the holiday sale. I mean, Black Friday came, we had like 3 days of no sales on Steam, and then the holiday sale started with the voting and the trading cards and all that. And I can actually kind of relate, and I'm actually going to try doing this. I'm actually not going to buy anything brand new as it comes out. I haven't for a while. The only new games I think we bought in 2013 on release day was Tomb Raider and GTA 5. We don't think we bought anything else new. Unless you count digital, we bought DuckTales Remastered on PS3 like the day it came out.
Yeah, and then later on the Xbox version.
Which as of this recording, I actually 100%ed that. Funny story, and that's the thing too. Like, I'll go off to some of the games I'm currently playing through right now that I bought, and they've just been sitting there.
Collecting dust.
Well, not really. Not some of them collecting dust, because some of them were digital. But yeah, most of them are just like. It's just the fact that, like, I get these things when they're like super duper on sale, and well, I get it for this, I can get it for this, and I don't have to worry about later down the road, and it's mine. That's kind of like how my mentality is for Steam. Right now, I just finished up through DuckTales. I bought that one that was $7.50 on sale last week, and went through that. Funny thing I tell about when I got the last two achievements that you probably would get in the game are I think it's called Tough as a Toughies or Smarter than Smarties. It's basically to beat the game on extreme mode. This is basically the NES hard mode of the game, where you have a live system and the game will not save until you beat it. You have to go through it in one run. If you lose all your lives, it is game over. You have to start from the beginning of the game.
That's hardcore.
It was. But I had already done...
be able to do that.
I had already done like 2 or 3 playthroughs of it on other difficulties, so I kind of familiarized myself, especially with that last trudge out of the volcano at the end. Mm-hmm. I familiarized myself with that, and I was able to one-shot it. Funny thing is, though, is that the game super hardcore glitched on me. I was playing the first level, the Amazon, and I get to the boss, and everyone who knows the game, either the NES version or this version, is that it's kind of the same boss fight, but it's this floating duck head that you gotta stomp on in like threes. So I get it in his third phase. I hit it 2 times. I had 1 heart left. I hit it just at the edge of where the programming said, yes, you hit it, but also on the edge of the program saying the enemy hit you. So we collided at the exact same time. I kill him, he kills me. Right before it fades to black where it's supposed to play the cutscene, I spawn outside of the building and the game completely crashed. It didn't know whether I beat the boss or I died, so it's just like, nope. You're dead.
Okay.
So I had to start the whole game all over again.
It's too bad you didn't have that recorded to prove it.
Oh, God. That's the thing, too, like with my Elgato, I really should start, like, capturing everything. I couldn't capture it, actually, because I was rendering out Couples Play episodes, so I couldn't record it.
Well, you don't want everything to be too busy. So.
Yeah, well, rendering episodes takes up about, I would say, 65% of my processing power. Mm-hmm. So I was just, the computer was preoccupied, so I couldn't do anything else. Other game I'm playing right now, I'm probably going to switch to maybe tomorrow while you're at work. I've been playing through Sonic Generations, because I picked that up when it was $5, $10 on something on Xbox last year. It was part of a Christmas sale, and it's just been sitting there. I say it's pretty enjoyable for not being like the world's biggest Sonic fan. Like, I actually own quite a bit of Sonic games, but I just don't play them weird because I'm an NES brat. I grew up on NES and Atari, so we never. Even though I begged and pleaded my parents for a Genesis, they're just like, "You already have a Super Nintendo." But it's like, Genesis, Sonic. We used to go to like kiosks and play the Genesis demo unit, and I'm like, Sonic 2 is so cool. I want it. Like no, like they had to draw the line somewhere.
I remember going to my friends' places and they had the Genesis, and I would always play it with them, and we would compete against each other and stuff like that. I had one friend, he had a lot of the WWE games and other fighting games as well.
Don't play it with Nathan Barnett. He cheats.
Not gonna happen.
Did I ever show you the Beat Tom where he played Royal Rumble, and when he was losing, he smucked the machine and froze it?
Yeah.
That's the one where he got shot in the ass with a BB gun.
Yeah, that hurts.
Does the president have any last words?
My brothers...
Yeah, I didn't cheat.
Yeah, my brothers have BB guns at home. I remember the time that we had a gopher in our backyard, and my mom and dad... my dad was out at work, and my mom was getting fed up with the stupid gopher, so she told the boys to load up their BB guns and go nuts. Oh God, I don't think I've seen them go with so much adrenaline ever in my life. They were just sticking their guns right into the hole, and they were going bang, 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 making so much noise. They were just having a slew of a time.
Alex, Graham, I want you to go out with these BB guns, and I want you to go nuts on these gophers.
Boy, was it scared out of its snot. I don't think I'd ever seen an animal run that fast in my life.
Well, moving on from vicious animal killings to what you're currently playing right now. What's on your no new games list?
Well, right now I'm catching up in Terraria. It has a massive update. Apparently, more than 250 items and updates had been added. So I'm pretty much replaying it to, obviously, I've missed a lot, and since you had helped me revive my Steam account, thank God, I've missed out, and attached the games that I had won the other year. Basically, what happened was I entered a cosplay contest when the Tomb Raider Reborn was about to come out. Basically, it was months in beforehand. And I ended up winning a honorable mention, and I was given the choice of a game to play, which was, I got in Lara Croft, The Guardian of Light, and they gave me the first original one, which months later, it got on sale, and I'd forgotten that it was, I already had it, the game code, that you had actually bought it for me, which I felt so damn bad. And I'm like, oh shit, I already have it. Darn it.
I think I took it back and applied it to mine. I think. I can't remember. Well, I'll have to go to my game library to find that out.
Yeah. We'll figure this out later. So, yeah.
Yeah. I've been slowly planning to get back into Terraria myself. Fortunately, we had to kind of start all over again because your computer's crashed. I've recently updated my computer, and I don't have any of the shit that I had dug up, found, or that people who had viewed my stream when we were streaming Terraria a couple years ago graciously donated, like angel wings and drills, and I think
all the cool stuff that they donated, we lost it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
Well, I don't even think they watch our stuff anymore, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But it felt kind of bad.
Someday I'll probably will stream it, and it's like, okay, whoever's in the chat that plays it, I will give you help me to defeat all of these bosses, and show me how it's done. Please and thank you. But for now, I want to discover what I can on my own first. That's pretty much what I want to do. But I have been searching in the Wiki Terrarias. I actually found a channel that actually posts help for people who are new. So I'm not exactly new with this, but I am kind of what's the word?
relearning.
Yeah.
Re-upping.
Revisiting.
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess that's what the one I'm thinking of, but I guess some people will probably think of other words for me to say.
Well, I can tell you one game that I'm never going back to, and that is World of Warcraft. Not only from a personal experience that happened to me over Christmas holiday, but some new reports that have been coming in. Well, first off, I'll tell you guys what happened. I had gotten an email from support Blizzard first saying, come back to Azeroth. We'll give you 7-day trial. It's kind of like what's that? Is it Scroll of Resurrection?
Yeah, Scroll of Resurrection.
Yeah, you get a Scroll of Resurrection from Blizzard, basically giving you 7 days of free play on WoW. And I'm like, oh, maybe. And then I looked at the name. It's like character name. And I'm like, what? Basically, it was a bunch of random letters. So I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. So my password wasn't working. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I just reset this like 2 months ago. So I ended up having to do an account recovery. I log in and I find out that someone in China hacked my account, created 3 characters in different realms, one of which was up to level 82 and was farming gold, spamming chats, trying to sell gold legitimately. And then all of a sudden, I started getting a flood of emails saying, you've been kicked out of this realm. Your account is now suspended for 2 weeks because of spamming. And, now you're permanently banned from WoW. And I was like, after many password resets. And also there was a charge, not on my credit card, but someone claiming to be me and to one of my old addresses that was still on file. Was trying to do a character transfer. Thank God it didn't go through because the credit card information was invalid. In the end, I just emailed Blizzard, and I'm like, a privacy Blizzard email address, and I just said, just terminate the whole thing. I don't ever plan on coming back, and I don't ever plan on playing StarCraft 2 or any other game that you need this Battle.net account for. And they emailed me back saying, it's going to be closed in 15 days. Are you really sure you want to do this? I was like, I haven't played WoW in 3 years. There's really nothing, like, Mista Pandera really turned me off.
Yeah.
To WoW, and this next one's going to be turning me off. The next expansion is coming out because they're up in the level cap.
Many expansions.
They're up in the level cap to 99. But here's the thing: they have noobed it to the point where it's now pretty much it's now pay to win, pay to play, whatever. It's still a monthly subscription, but now they're going to have this thing where if you're a new subscriber, you make a new character, you can actually pay to level up to 60, 80, 90. So it's like, don't be left out with all your other friends that have been playing the game for a whole decade. Pay us a little extra money, we'll level your character up. It's like, that's not the point. The point was the experience of going around, having fun with your friends, playing quests, running dungeons. Learning what storyline there was in it. Exactly. I didn't even pay attention to half of it. I just did quests with my brother and his friends.
And what my friends and I did, we actually made up our own storylines and stuff like that. And it was actually quite inviting. Although I was pretty much the secondary character, and 2 of my friends were like the lovers, and I had to portray as the sisterly figure and the motherly figure, like pretty much the person in between gluing things back together.
Yeah. And all that stuff would have been fine on vanilla WoW, but like the way that WoW is now, like they still have 7 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Like they don't run television ads anymore saying, with Optimus Prime saying we have 11 million subscribers. Roll out. They don't have those commercials anymore. Their subscriber base has dropped so much because of all these changes that they're making for like the common folk, and it's just the common folk that are sitting around. The hardcore have left that game behind in its dust.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to this China player who hacked my account. I don't know if it was him exactly, but I do know that some people in China have been arrested for hacking these accounts and basically trying to farm gold. So that's the thing. Another thing that's been that happened is that there has been a Trojan introduced into WoW that will hack authenticators. Now, all of you don't know, authenticators are these little things, these LED things. Yeah, that you get from Blizzard, that if you set up your account for an authenticator, basically every time you log in, you do your email address and password, and then it'll ask you to hit your authenticator. So you hit that, you put in a number, and that logs you in. I never had that. I stopped playing WoW before that was implemented. But apparently they've hacked this, and that's been hacking accounts. And people have been logging in with no items, everything stripped off, sold to auction or discarded if they couldn't sell it, and basically their wallet's emptied. Now you're telling me, is this the type with this new expansion? You're gonna tell me that you're gonna try and get back up to 10 million subscribers with all this shit happening? Now, not to say that this type of stuff doesn't happen on other servers, but it just seems lately with Blizzard that they just keep making more and more poor decisions, like the auction house fiasco in Diablo 3, where it's now to the point where they've completely taken that out. Like, it happened before where people could raid, and they could find rare drops and sell that and try to make some real money. But now it's just now, I don't even know what's happened with Diablo 3, as I never even played that. Diablo's not my type of game.
I've watched and observed. I was not impressed with some of the storyline I liked, some of the storyline I didn't like. I mean, some people would argue with me, but I really think that the fact that they killed off one of their main interesting characters... Excuse me? Hell no! Why kill him off? I mean, he was the only character I liked and loved. I mean, he was pretty much the person who was, how should I say this? The Sean Connery character that, let's see,
Highlander? Ramirez?
The character in Diablo was actually based on the idea of Sean Connery's voice idea. And they used this guy had actually did the Sean Connery voice, but a lot older, and he was pretty much the storyteller of the Diablo series, and the fact that they killed him off in the third. Spoilers, sorry. I was distraught. I'm like, excuse me? You killed off one of your own beloved characters, and for this little bitch that turns out to be,
that's called shock value. I mean,
shock value? Yeah, well, I don't like shock value in some movies or games, but unless it works and not screw every continuity up later.
It helps for some people. I mean, look what they did on Family Guy. They killed off Brian. That made news. That made regular news.
Yeah.
As a popular animated character has died.
Yeah,
they have killed off a character. And he
like
only stayed dead for a week.
Superman, and they did actually the same idea. When they killed off Superman in the Captain America, that became a big deal as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, though.
And Spider-Man was just as worse.
That's the biggest argument with how people portray death in media today. It all goes back to the death and return of Superman. It's like once they brought him back to life, it was like everybody else's fair game. No one really can stay dead. I'm gonna put this out to you right now. We're gonna have one of the future podcasts here, probably in the next couple of weeks, because we're about ready to finish it. We're currently watching Star Trek Voyager on Netflix right now. I can give you a true fact that they can't keep anyone dead. Remember at the beginning of season 4, Kes leaves the ship, right? She turns into that energy and she throws them 10,000 light years outside of Borg space.
She was evolving.
And you know how I keep saying that they're always inconsistent of where they are in the universe. They go this far and they say we're X amount of time closer to home and this close. And how the fuck near the end of the series, does Kes just waltz right back on the Voyager? Old and decrepit. I'm like, she turned into pure energy. What, she just manifests herself back into human form? Is like, oh fuck, I'm old now. Better go kill everyone on Voyager. Zzz, let me get a ship.
Oh,
That's one of those things that, like, you know, nobody can stay dead. I'm trying to think of other examples where people have, like, characters have been killed off and brought back. Well, I guess with you could argue Tasha Yar in Next Gen. They killed her off in season 1, but they always found some way of bringing her back, either through, like, you know, time paradox, or she had like a sister who was a daughter who's a Romulan, but she's the same age as her, and I don't know. Romulans are always weird about their cloning shit.
Apparently, that daughter wasn't exactly a clone. She was half Romulan, half human.
Yeah.
But looked like her mother totally.
Yeah, it's like Romulans are, like I said, Romulans are always inconsistent. Oh, I had a conversation about someone about Nemesis, and how he said he couldn't watch that, and he has a hard time watching anything Star Trek related because in that movie, spoilers, Data dies. He sacrifices himself to save the Enterprise and Earth from Shinzon, which is a clone of Picard they made to infiltrate. I told him, I said, I've got 2 things that I can't, that put me out of that movie. Actually, 3. One of them, obviously, is Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy plays Shinzon, who is the clone of Picard, who gives a really good performance in this movie. Completely underrated. But, since Dark Knight Rises came out, I can't get Bane, that voice, out of it. I will find myself quoting Nemesis and replacing Shinzon's lines voice with Bane's voice. 2 hilarious results. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't believe you were making my little butt. I was laughing my butt off when you were quoting that big scene that he was talking with Picard, and I'm just laughing my butt off, and you're doing the Bane voice at the same time.
I'm gonna do it right now. I got a cup. I can totally do it.
No, shit. Okay, fine.
Like,
brace yourselves.
There's a scene where he's like strapped together. He's trying to tell him, it's about a Riemann, not bringing. You're not Riemann.
And I'm not quite human. So what am I? My life is meaningless unless you're still alive.
I can't do it with that cup. That cup she's got won't work. I'm gonna have to find another one. I'll do the Tom Hardy Bane Nemesis another time.
Okay.
Another thing that takes me out of that movie is when they land on the planet to find B4, which is the prototype android that they had found to try and infiltrate the Enterprise. And Picard goes down because he's like, I've been itching to try the Argo. It's like this like weird looking shuttlecraft that goes down, and out pops a warthog. There's no way around it. It's a warthog from Halo. And once they drive out, I want to play the friggin' polka music from Red vs. Blue. I play it right now.
You did. No, it actually fits.
I would really want to play it right now, but due to the content idea, I'm afraid I might get a strike, so I'm not going to play it. But you guys know what I'm talking about. If you go watch original Red vs. Blue, because the DVDs, at the time, they couldn't get the license. They did in subsequent series. I think it's Revelation. It's season 6 or 7. I can't remember. It's where Caboose asks them to go on a mission to try and find a body for Church. They get the music back on that. You'll listen to it. But then again, like when they're running away from the aliens, when Worf gets on the turret, every time he like shoots one of the other guys, I just want to be like, double kill, triple kill, killing spree, kill him, Anjara. And then when they get in, I would just be like, flag captured, game over. I had to skip, if I was ever going to review the Star Trek movies, which I might still do, I always had it where like it would fade out when they got back in, so I'd be like the game over, and then I'd have like the aliens like screaming like, like swears and, racial slurs and obscenities, a typical 12-year-old losing a Halo match conversation. The final thing that kind of gets me out of it is when Riker is fighting Ron Perlman in the bowels of the Enterprise, and he drops him off that bridge, and it's like this, it's like I'm like, where is there a bottomless pit on the Enterprise? And they were at the bottom of the ship. They were in like deck. I think they've been inconsistent of how many decks are on that ship. First Contact's a prime example. Horrible continuity errors in that, but still a good movie. like he drops him off and he falls, and I'm thinking, this is shit that would be on Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
It's like, you're in the endless pit. Why is there endless? You can't hit the hull? It's like, oh, because it was on the show. I don't care. This episode was poorly written. Oh, Galaxy Class. We gotta watch that again. It's such a good movie.
I hope they'd someday do a sequel. They've been talking about it and doing a sequel of it, and I'm like, wow, if they're gonna do a sequel of that, they might as well call it The Next Generation.
Well, actually, the reboot series that they did at the end, remember the end credits, they brought the show back.
Yeah.
They called it, I think it's like Galaxy Quest: The Adventure Continues. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like their next gen. Except they had the exact same cast, with the inclusion of Jane Doe, the alien they picked up.
Yeah, and that guy.
Yeah, guy, Sam Rockwell. Hilarious in this movie. He makes the movie.
Yeah.
I think his freak out, like when they had to land on, they had to get a beryllium sphere and they land on that planet and they open up the hatch. It's like, you're opening a hatch on an alien world? Is there air? You don't know! And then like Tony Shalhoub gets out and he's just like, seems okay. We gotta watch Galaxy Quest again.
Oh, we got to.
Oh god, we've derailed so much off our other topics into other stuff.
I know.
It's crazy. Well, I think we talked about we finally took down our Christmas tree. I think that's a kind of a poignant topic.
Yeah.
It's like we kept it up longer than we should have, but now comes the good part. We can finally unbox all the stuff that we had and start, assembling some stuff. Like we got a new bathroom backer but you actually get to display. I was really happy to find it. Your SH Figurearts Sailor Moon figure. Mm-hmm. Not 100% complete, unfortunately. There is a pair of hands that is missing. A hand.
A hand.
I think it's the two thing, for her to do the in the name of the moon pose.
Yeah, her signature, I punish you.
Yeah, but at least you got all the faces. You could put the whole sad kawaii face, like wah. And I told her, I said, we gotta compete with a fellow follower of mine, G1 Hyper Combo.
She actually follows me too.
Yeah, she got Sailor Moon and Sailor Mercury from her boyfriend for Christmas.
I'd like to get Sailor Jupiter.
We need to take some photos and in compromising positions, because she had a picture where basically Sailor Moon was getting molested by MODOK from the Marvel Universe. I was like, that's awesome. We need to do shit like that. Gonna have one where Sailor Moon gets molested by the turtles. I don't have Leonardo. I need to get Leonardo. I got Trent. I've got trench coat Donatello.
This is for the turtles. Oh dear God.
You can walk up to Sailor Moon. It's like, hey honey, how old are you? 14. Perfect. I actually might start collecting SH Figurearts, because SH Figurearts is the company that also does Super Sentai figures.
Nice.
And I've been actually looking. I believe they have the entire Zyuranger / Mighty Morphin team, so I would like to get them.
I'll save it for after the cast, because I don't want to. I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it on cast.
Nah, that's a stupid one.
No.
Wait! I have an idea!
Watch the ear, honey.
Alright. Well, wait, what was that from? Wait, I haven't. Oh, it's one of the Channel Awesome movies. I can't remember which one that was. Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yes, that was
If Phyllis ever said, it's like, I could maybe do some tourism. That's a stupid idea. Wait! I have an idea! Really? What could that be? Oh, goodness.
Phyllis did a good one. It actually did well in that movie, I will admit.
Well, back on the SH Figurearts, because I know they do that. I'm trying to think of other ones they do. I think they might do a Mega Man line. So I've seen a Mega Man figure at.
And that's one of your favorite series.
Mega Man? Oh hell yeah! I would love to get one, because I've got a bass figure or bass. It's bass. I know that, bass and treble. I'd love to get a Mega Man figure to go with my bass figure, and maybe a Proto Man, or. I don't even know that company. I'm going to have to research some SH Figurearts, because SH Figurearts, all I know for sure, do Sentai. Like I said, like to get it would be pretty cool to get the full Ranger team, because trying to get those old Bandai toys, like trying to find those in thrift stores, is hard. I've only found Jason, Zach, and a karate kicking Kimberly. I almost have.
What about Trini?
No, don't have her.
Really? Aw.
No. I found another one of her, but it didn't really fit the line. So I was like, there's such way different than quote line. I've gotten almost all of Dino Thunder. I've got the Black Ranger, the White Ranger, and Yellow. So I would need Blue and Red to finish off the team. So I know that would be Abba Ranger in Japan. Yeah. There's another cool thing that's coming out for any Tokusatsu fans. There is a new movie coming out to fit in line with the current Sentai team, which is the third dinosaur theme team. They're actually going to do a movie where they combined this team with Abba Ranger, which is Dino Thunder, and with Zero Ranger, which is Mighty Morphin.
Nice.
They actually got the actor who played Geki, the Red Ranger in that series, to come back to play Geki. And like, the Megazord will be back. The Tyrannosaurus Rex at least will be back. Which I find funny because, man, the actor who played Geki, that series is about 20 years old now. He is really old. But if any of you guys haven't seen Zero Ranger, if there's one clip or one scene that would really get you into it, it's the finals of it's the final scene of what we consider the Green Ranger saga, which is where Tommy joined the team. But this is when Geki and Burai, who is the Green Ranger and is Geki's brother, they have a one-on-one fight with each other while their Zords fight. That's the one thing I really hated about going back to like the original Sentai and then watching Power Rangers, is how really shitty of a job they did cutting those episodes together to fit. Like, as a kid, you don't care because you don't know any better. You don't know that this is a Japanese thing, right?
But now that we're older.
But now you're older, you watch the original series, and you're like, this is so much better! Especially the fight. Like, their hand-to-hand combat, they fight for like a good 3 minutes in human form before they morph, and then they fight in Ranger form, and it's just... it's just wicked. And, like, I'm sorry, like, I felt sad when Tommy lost his powers. I felt 10 times as worse when you see what happens with the Green Ranger in this series. I ain't spoiling it. Go to... I'm trying to remember the site that it was on. It might be Grown Ups with Spandex that has a complete series. The main site that we go to a lot is TV Nihon, but they have been really slow with Zero Ranger. They just kind of focus on current series, like Kamen Rider Gaim. Gaim. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I haven't seen it. I mean, Japan just wrapped Wizard, and they're currently working on the Dinosaur Sentai. And then, I don't know how to feel about this new Sentai. Have you seen images of this new Sentai that's starting up?
No, I haven't seen it.
There's a new one that's starting up that's, I believe, going to be about trains.
Oh,
I heard
about this.
My 12th grade high school teacher would probably shit his pants right now. He loves trains. Your dad would probably poop his pants because he loves trains.
No. Dad worked with trains. He didn't love them that much.
Oh, come on. How many times when he was over here in the afternoon just to visit, whatever, and he would pop up because I would have the door open on summertime because it's hot in here. How many times would he pop up and go like, oh, there goes the third o'clock. It's like...
Okay, fine.
Oh, I love your dad for it. It's a funny quirk for it.
He wasn't a conductor.
I love your dad for that. It's a funny quirk of his.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it
like,
just brings back memories.
I don't know how to feel about the suits. Are like super super plain. It's like one base color and maybe like a bar of tracks that goes across the chest and on a diagonal around the shoulder, and then the helmets are just like train tracks for eyes. And then they have like a number on the center. I honestly thought when I saw the images, I thought it was a joke. I thought that this was just like, this wasn't from Japan. This wasn't official Sentai. That this was some guy's like cruel joke.
Well,
apparently it's official. And I can guarantee you, Power Ranger fans, this is one series that Saban will probably not pick up. I mean, he's got a good 2 years after he gets done Super Mega Force. 3 with the way he's been going, because he's gonna have Go Busters to go on, and then he's gonna have the next dinosaur series, which he's probably happy as a pig and shit for that one.
This
More dinosaurs. He'll love Go Busters because in Japan the friggin' Morphers goes, "It's morphing time," like in pseudo, like in like really bad English. It says it's morphing time.
Yeah. Well, speaking of trains, I remember a long time ago I was watching this, I think it was a random Transformers. They actually had a Transformer that was a train.
Yeah, Astro Train.
Yeah,
He transformed to a shuttle, and for the convenience of the plot of the movie, he could fit the entire Decepticon force in it to escape from Earth.
So,
and apparently it weighed him down because he's like, I don't have enough power to get back to Cybertron. And Starscream's like, time to dump out the old toys because we need new ones. And then Megatron's like, wait, I still function. They tossed him out anyway. And then Orson Welles showed up and turned him into Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing with Dark of the Moon. Who didn't see Leonard Nimoy's Sentinel Prime gonna go bad? He was a bad guy in the original Transformers. Michael Bay actually may have saw that. Or not. Or maybe he's pulling it out of his ass. I haven't seen Dark of the Moon since we got that and I facepalmed at the Neat and the Many line.
I know.
But people are telling me to watch it again because I completely missed out on when they had the battle in Chicago. Mm-hmm. One of the soldiers was Coltrane from Gears of War.
What?
Yeah, so I'm waiting for him to go, Coltrane, baby! Woo!
Oh, no.
I love Coltrane. Coltrane was awesome.
Okay.
That would be
annoying, though.
That would be a good a couples play to do. To do co-op Gears of War.
Okay, well, maybe, but I hope I won't put my head underneath the pillows like a ostrich and putting its head in the sand.
Why?
There's some games that scare the snot out of me, honey.
I don't think Gears of War will be one of those. We'll see.
Okay, we'll find out.
Hey, if you think Melanie's gonna be scared, give the comment or give the video a thumbs up. Like this video if you think she's gonna be scared. Anyways, we're at time. We're gonna cut it right here. I didn't mention this last time because I completely forgot. We are going to be accepting questions. We'll have a Q&A. If you guys want to ask us any questions, email us at couplesplayshow@gmail.com. That again is couplesplayshow@gmail.com. If we get any questions next week, we'll read them on air. Yeah. Ask us anything. I'm free to answer anything. What about you?
Yeah, that kind of said the same thing on my channel too, but I haven't gotten anyone in biting, so I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah. Your channel, she has a Relic Raider 26. Is that your YouTube channel? Is that your no? I can't remember your YouTube channel. I think it's just Relic Raider.
Yeah, it's just Relic Raider.
Yeah. You need to start producing more content besides the webcam ones. I can help you out with that.
Well, I don't really know what to do. It's just pretty much my little bit of my cosplay blog and whatnot. I don't really do anything else besides what you and I do together is what we pretty much do together. So.
Yeah. Well, we could work on all that. Anyways, guys, enjoy the smooth sounds of Super Metroid as we fade out. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Couples Cast. I'm Johnny.
I'm Melanie.
We'll see you next week.